tracking your portfolio. So he asked a question about having Fuzzy Coin, Elevate, and other creator coins. How can he track them in his portfolio? And he's able to do that with Gary Coin and obviously Solana, but he wasn't able to do that with the Fuzzy Coin and other coins as well. So the answer to that question is because the creator coins are all paired with Gary Coin, they're not paired with the US dollar. So if you are using any kind of like portfolio tracking software, so there's various software out there you can use to track your portfolio. It shows you what you bought, how much you bought it for, did it go up and down, all that kind of thing. When did you sell it? The kind of things you would report to your tax agent or etc. There isn't ability to do that because the creator coins are only paired with Gary Coin. So the answer to this is if you want to personally track your creator coin holdings for tax purposes or whatever you might want to track it for, everyone's able to in Social Connector. When you log into your Social Connector profile, there is a portfolio tab, and that tab is on the right hand corner, and you go into the portfolio, and then it will show you what the USD value and how many coins that you're holding of that creator coin. And that's the only way that you'll be able to track it. So that was the answer for that question. So just to let anyone know, if anyone was interested in tracking your creator coin portfolio, Gary and his team have done that within Social Connector. And then what you would have to do is to manually input that somewhere. So maybe you would use a portfolio tracker and you might manually put in the name of the coin and the amount and when you bought it and when you sold it and all that kind of thing. But because these are creator coins, these are currencies with utility, so they're not speculative crypto. So hopefully you wouldn't be buying and selling and like coming in and out of them, but you're just going to buy them, hold them, use the utility, get the benefit of the education from the creator that you desire. And then once you feel that you've got everything you wanted, or maybe you want to move on or whatever the case might be, then obviously you're completely at your discretion. You can sell them on the Gary exchange and you can sell them at the point of whatever value they happen to be at the time. But we don't talk about values of the coins because they are intended as an internal currency that we use within our ecosystem. So hopefully at some point we'll get to a point where Fuzzy Coin can be used amongst our many members to give each other services and products and things like that. But yeah, that was the answer to Greg's question. And I think we also had that question from Bob Allen as well. So we answered that for him as well. We had a question from Samuel. So this question was in regards to what are some of the tips you have for doing your own research and how do you do your own research, your DYOR? What is Uniswap? What is SushiSwap? What is PancakeSwap? Can you explain liquidity pools? So I've already given Samuel a video for that. I have shared previously in my Amplify channel. So all my social media gets to the Amplify channel, and I put something on YouTube about how I do my research. And I'll share that again in our general chat for anyone who wants to watch that. But to answer the question about PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and etc. and liquidity pools. So those platforms that were mentioned, they are what we call decentralized exchanges. So with a decentralized exchange, it is like you're using, maybe use Coinbase or whatever, Binance, Coinbase, etc. Those are centralized exchanges. So a centralized entity that holds the coins and they're like a stockbroker. So you never own the shares. You just have an account that says you have this in your account. We owe you this, etc., etc. That's what a centralized exchange is. With a decentralized exchange, or DEX, DEX, it's a protocol that lives on the blockchain and your wallet connects to that. And then your wallet will use that DEX to make swaps and to come in and out of liquidity pools. So the second half of the question is, what is a liquidity pool? It is basically, it's just basically imagine like two pots. Like you have one pot with one coin, one pot with another coin, and there's like a balancing between the amounts that are inside these pots. And as people are using